That's one of the cool things about streaming, man, is I feel like I get to do what I want to do. And the people who want to hang out, they either like the stream and stick around, or they don't, and they don't. And that's okay, because it allows me to just be myself. And that's something that I can do consistently. Oh, they have the double red dragon. Oh, baby. Okay, let's get in there. Is that a warlock or... No, this double shadow priest. Oh, baby. Get me out of here! Here we go. I think I need to go back here and dice up their healer line. We have 2 rogues on this healer right now. Oh, baby. That guy got dusted. Deadpool, the monk. Light him up, Hammy. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna stun this guy. Why not, dude? Why not just give this guy just a little taste of the business? Make this little swippy swap to this hunter. Couldn't get him. It's okay. I helped with the damage, dude. Tapped on a little damage. Is there a list of the add-ons that I use? Yeah. So I have an add-ons video, but it's probably needs to have, like, this is unit frames improved. Everything else is fine. Exclamation mark add-ons links it to you if you want to try that one. Ever played PTR? Maybe. I can't remember if I have played PTR. Like, I've played the alphas and the betas and stuff, but I don't know if I've ever played, like, PTR. Not sure about that one. Seems like it might be kind of fun, though. Like, if there's ever, like, new changes being made to your class and you want to go check them out before it actually launches or whatever, that's kind of cool. Played Battleborn? I haven't tried out Battleborn yet. Is that... I think... I've seen that at conventions, though. I don't think I've played it yet. It's like an FPS, but you have like cards that you draw from, right? That sort of like change your abilities in the game, right? Something like that. This guy blinded me in the middle of everything. The crazy man, crazy fellow. Ugh. I was hoping for a Big Daddy Mortal Strike. It wasn't quite Big Daddy enough. That priest didn't die, he just snuck away. Oh, rascal. Unit frame is not the, yeah, that's what I just said. It's called unit frames improved, not ghetto frames. That's why I mentioned that. Because that was one of the changes that I could remember off the top of my head. That's Paladins? Oh, what's Battleborn? There's a lot of games. There's a lot of games that are like that. I feel like FPS, kind of like team-based objective kind of thing is. Like Overwatch was announced, and then like a bunch of those games all popped up. That's what it seemed like, at least. Like my haircut, thanks. I like it too. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Oh, what the hell? What's going on here? What's my favorite CELLUCOR protein flavor? Right now I'm drinking peanut butter marshmallow. That one's pretty good. I like the molten chocolate though. I always like the chocolate stuff. Hey Badge, do you prefer Corsair over Razor? I do, which is why I work with Corsair. Yeah. Because I get to once again, like this is all part of the fun, is that I get to choose the companies that I want to work with a lot of the time. And by a lot of time, I mean all the time. I mean, like, there are companies that I'd probably like to work with that I don't. Like, it'd be sweet to, you know, work with like Under Armour or Nike or something for athletic apparel. But you don't just get to like decide that you're gonna work with Nike. But when I have an option, like when I have an opportunity to decide like which companies I want to work with, I work with companies that I like. If I didn't want to work with a company, I could just say no, thank you. And I do often. There are plenty of companies who offer me the opportunity to work with them, and it's just not a product that I believe in. Or when there are situations where I decide to work with a different company because it's a company that I believe in and I feel like has upside for me and for my community, then I don't hesitate to take those opportunities. But the companies I work with, I do so because I believe in them and because I feel like they're good for me and they're good for my community. And I feel very comfortable genuinely recommending them to you guys, you guys matter to me, believe it or not. Hey, Talal Vanish, hit him with a flex 13 months in a row, and Slay hit him with a flex for 9. Thank you very much, dude. I appreciate that, man. Thanks, dog. What mouse is similar? What's the Corsair MMO mouse? That's the Corsair Scimitar. That's the one I'm using right now. You can type in !SCIM, or you can just scroll down the chat to see a link for the Scimitar mouse. It's really nice, man. I like it a lot. So that's the MMO mouse that I recommend, if you want to check that one out. Ah, leftovers. Hit him with the flex for 6 months in a row, man. I appreciate that, dude. Thank you very much, man. It hit you with that flex when I was conveniently stunned by this monk. Is it a bartender? Yeah, that's the little action bar add-on that I use. Bartender. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There it is. There's the link for the scimitar mouse. Am I on time warp or bloodlust? I talk so fast. Well, we've been streaming for what, almost 4 hours now, so I'm good and warmed up. I was kind of sleepy this morning. We're all warmed up now. We've been doing a lot of talking today. A lot of talking about all kinds of stuff happening on in the WoW community. I don't know if CORSAIR has a gamepad. I don't think so, but I don't use a gamepad, so I'm happy with just a keyboard. I feel more comfortable just using a keyboard. Then I'm sipping on my pre-workout, so we're getting a little bit of caffeine flowing. Feels good, man. You just hit a new PR on bench, 285. Way to go, dude. That's beast. That's not shabby, my friend. Not shabby at all. Gonna stun me, bro? Don't do it. I'm not gonna Blade Storm. I don't want to waste Blade Storm on this guy. You little rascal. You little rascal! Whew! Almost missed that one. The funny thing is that Siegebreaker is not just a knockback. It's kind of like a little stun while you're knocked back. So I couldn't leap during the Siegebreaker. It actually like prevents you from using those sort of abilities. That's funny. I didn't think about that. What keyboard do I use? I use the K70 RGB keyboard from CORSAIR. Bajheera, since you feel that private servers were in the wrong, do you at least support the idea of legacy servers? Sure, I think that'd be really cool. But I don't think that they'll happen until WoW is done making new content. So I think that if you guys really like, we talked about this a lot today. I think if you guys like legacy servers, a good thing to do is to that healer didn't even heal this guy. I think a good thing to do would be to think about the things that you really like about older expansions, if those are the expansions that you're really passionate about. Think about what you liked about them, and try to find ways that Blizzard could introduce some of those aspects into the new expansion, because I think Blizzard's focus is Legion, and I think that would be good for a lot of the community to focus their attention on Legion too, to try to make that the best expansion that it could be, rather than sort of wishing that we could go backwards to old expansions, you know? For the time being. Maybe eventually they're like, you know what? This is the final expansion for World of Warcraft. It's been a great run. What we're going to do now is, because people want to, and it's been something that the community has been wanting for a long time, is to re-release old expansions every, like, year or so, just for fun. You know? Maybe they'll do that. I don't know. It seems like every time anybody's ever asked about it, they said they're not going to do that. But you never know. You never know. I mean, their opinions change, and if people are willing to continue to pay for World of Warcraft and enjoy it, then maybe they'll put it in there. But I don't think they're going to do that until they're done making new content. And in the meanwhile, I think it's probably the best thing for the community to do, to focus their attention and their efforts on helping Blizzard make the new expansions the best they can be. So that's my opinion on it. If that makes any sense. That helps you. Honestly, I just want a total remake of WoW. Well, as opposed to just new expansions. Because a total new remake of WoW. I don't know what you mean by that. Like WoW, like call it WoW, but have it be like a new game. Like not just a new expansion, but like a whole new game. I don't know. I want to get these guys, start just whittling them down. Just take the executes one by one, baby. Oh yeah, that feels good. Feels real good. I was wishing I had Blade Storm, but I mean, if I get to execute him, I guess it's worth. It's all good, dude. We're just punishing these guys this base. Spamming execute, dude. I'll get it. I'll get him. Don't worry. I'll get him. Oh, nice Hodge. Oh, baby. He dodged? You rascal. You little rascal. Come here. Oh, the verdict is in, baby. The verdict is in. This bubble is going to break in 2 seconds. There we go. Nice work, team. Nice work, team. Warcraft universe. How do I think the PvP in Legion will be? I think it'll be fast-paced, and I think it'll be fun. It's kind of hard to tell exactly how it's going to be, just based off of the glimpse that we've gotten from Legion Alpha, but I enjoy Legion PvP. My thing is I just want to make sure it's like competitive and fun, and even though the most recent, like, numbers that Blizzard is deciding to put towards WoW esports, at least just for BlizzCon, aren't the most encouraging, I feel like I want Legion PvP to be good for viewing as an esport. So we'll see how it goes, though. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it will be good for viewing as an esport. Because even though WoW may not have always been like a game that Blizzard wanted to create an esport from, I feel like now it's an okay time to readjust your thinking on it. Do I support pruning? I don't think that my opinion of whether pruning is good or not matters. I feel like pruning is going to happen, and I'm willing to roll with that. I just think that the best thing for us to do is try to find ways to, under the assumption that pruning is going to occur, Blizzard has decided with their expansion that's one of the things they want to do. I feel like it's our best option to help them prune, help them create the sort of streamlined character design that they want, in a good way. So whether or not I think pruning's good or not, it's probably going to happen. So you may as well, instead of saying stop the prune, you may as well say let's make this something that's good. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Yeah. That makes sense. I respect your opinion on legacy servers. Moreover, I agree that they'll never release legacy if they're done with expansions due to the danger of splitting the community and loss of continued revenue opportunities. Yeah, I guess so. But do you personally like pruning? I haven't really honestly like put the most thought into whether I like it. I think I was really surprised when I played the WoD beta and warriors had so few abilities compared to Mists of Pandaria, and I was a little concerned at that time. But I'm taking that experience and sort of having it frame how I feel now, where there's certainly reason for concern. That's a big change, and you worry about how it's going to affect the game. But it actually ended up being okay. As much as people complain about Warlords of Draenor, I've had a lot of fun with Warlords of Draenor, and I think the design for Warrior is pretty fun. And I like what they were trying to do, where they were making Warrior into like a slower, attacking, really hard-hitting arms warrior thing, and it worked out okay. And I'm willing to go with it. Do I like it? Honestly, like, I feel like as long as it's fun and effective and competitive, then I don't really care. As long as everything is maintained. Because that's basically how it is. Like, if it's fun, then I like it. If it's fun, competitive, and cool, then I like it. If it ends up not being that way, then I'm not going. I probably won't enjoy it as much. But I feel like it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard to make that judgment right now, whether it's going to be good or not. I try not to get. I guess that's probably one of the other things I've learned is I try not to get too worked up about like test servers. You know. Honestly, I've had a lot of fun playing Legion. The Legion Alpha has been a whole lot of fun. With all the imbalances and weirdness that may exist in the Alpha, I've had fun playing it. So I don't think pruning is going to ruin the game. I think it's definitely going to change the game more than the game has ever been changed since I've been playing it. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But I have high hopes. Yeah, sub rogues are looking nice. That's for damn sure. Yeah, Legion's fun. Legion's fun. I like it. I can dig it. Yeah, pruning is the term for like, I think streamlining is probably a better term. But, yeah, so it's taking out some of the abilities or changing the way you have access to certain abilities so that you have a more streamlined experience with your player build and like the way you build your character and the gameplay surrounding that character. If that makes sense. So, like for example, since Spell Reflect is an ability that you really only use in PvP, you don't have Spell Reflect baseline, but you have the choice of taking Spell Reflect or some other passive abilities in your PvP talent system, if that makes sense. That's an example of how the abilities that you have access to are changing. You know what I mean? Or like, another example is like, in order to make the game a little more streamlined, like, intervene is not just like a baseline ability either. Like, you have to talent into that to choose either what kind of mobility you want to have or what kind of utility you want to have for your team. It's interesting and it's different for sure. So all these talents that you have are like baseline talents, and you have like PvP talents that affect the way that your character behaves in PvP, and you have to make specialization choices based off of that too. So it's different, and it's not like really fun to have stuff taken away from you. But if you are willing to look at the grand scheme of what Blizzard's trying to create for World of Warcraft, which is a more like streamlined experience, and more like it matters more like what you decide to do with your character, because like streamlined in your abilities doesn't necessarily mean it's like fewer choices. You have more choices, and those choices might even like matter more. Like if you decide to take, if you want to generate more rage, then you might not be you might not have as much utility from like because you lose spell reflect or something like that. So it's like the choices almost matter more. At least that's kind of how I'm trying to think of it. Because yeah, I mean, as a warrior, I'm like, what the fuck? They took away spell reflect and intervene. Those are like huge abilities that I've had forever, and I love those, and they're definitely important to me as a player. But now I don't have them, and it's like, you can still have them. You just have to make a choice between having more utility or maybe having more offensive firepower. And I don't know. Like I said, nobody likes having like skills taken away from necessarily, but if it adds to the complexity of the game in the right way and takes away from some of the extraneous stuff in the game in the right way, then maybe it's worth it. But we'll see how it goes. And all I'm saying is, instead of freaking out about it, I'm willing to see how it goes. That was, Jesus, I had a lot of kills that game. We're just farming at the farm the whole time. Nice, I like that. GG. GG.